was an auxiliary nurse at Salford Royal Hospital, the old one, not Hope Hospital, for years until I actually had a brain hemorrhage myself.
I haven't achieved anything in life, but I brought a family up when I was married at 17, so I brought 3 children up. I lost my husband 17 years ago.
Well, I used to be a telephonist for the BT. Well, it was the GP hours. I went there because I'm ancient now. And, you know, things have changed. It was all button A and button B when I was young and training.
I've had 5 children, 4 boys and 1 girl. I've got 22 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren. And, I've done cleaning jobs as well. I worked at Brown Bowl, the Edgerton, United Reformed Church, £20 for cleaning the church for 29 years.
I used to be a very good decorator.
Well, I don't think I'm unique, but I like people. I like being with people. I like talking to people. And matter of fact, I'm a true Salfordian. What you see is what you get. I like reading. I like writing. I write poetry.
I have a big family, and I come from Liverpool, Ordinary. I've been in here 56 years. I like going out and enjoying myself, and I like mixing up with friends of different clubs.
I could have been a footballer, but, you know, I went a bit of training for then. But to be honest, I was never good enough. Never fast, you know, and I was always out of breath and all that. Well, I never trained. I was never really athletic, you know what I mean? And it was a good little club, you know. But they said you're not good enough for us.
Used to go to Sunday school, church, guides, you name it, I've done it.
When I left school at 14, we all went into the rag trade, which was all going then round here. And we could go into a job. A few of us used to go into a job, and we'd work them on. If we didn't like it, we'd go out at dinner and go and get another job. You could walk in and walk out in them days. And then when I became 16, I went into the Land Army because the war had started. So I was in the Land Army. I was in Devon. I used to milk the cows, but we had no milking machines, no combined harvesters. We had to walk and plant and milk by hand, you know.
When I was a child, I looked after my grandma. Because in those days there was no social services, or it was up to family. Family looked after family. And I looked after my grandma, who suffered with a bad heart. Had several heart attacks.
Well, I get on with a lot of people, and I go out with a lot of people, and I'm friends with a lot of people. I'm very friendly. So I mix up with quite a lot of people.
Everybody seems to like me. Yeah.
I'm good with people, and especially old people. I'm good with children, and I do my best to help people. I'm the secretary of the residents committee here, and we do a lot for the residents.
I like to think I'm a good listener, a good talker. I listen to people when they're telling me things, and I like to think I'm kind. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was unique, but I would say that I've got a good sense of life, living, and I help people.
I'm finding it very hard to get out of bed because, matter of fact, it's winter, it's cold, and I don't want to get up. Sometimes it's hard because I don't sleep very, very well. I've got illnesses that I never had before, and I have to drive myself to go to bed because it's just pure obstinacy to get out of bed.
I think I'm scatty, which I am. Dizzy. I just try to help people, try to be pleasant and just help them in general.
I try and help people. I try and wind people up. And I've been the naughty elf at Christmas.
My lifestyle now has changed very much because I've started with arthritis in my knees and it limits the walk and it limits my access to places. But without the walker I wouldn't be getting out anywhere hardly. So that is a very big help.
Well, I live actually in a sheltered accommodation now. My mobility has gone worse and I have a bowel complaint, so my daughter's taught me into going into sheltered accommodation. But to be honest, I'm quite upset. In Salford, they've took all the wardens off sheltered accommodation. So there's people in them that don't feel they're ready for a home, but they went into sheltered feeling they had some little backup, and now they've got none at all. They've took all the wardens off in Salford.
I go bowling. We have a lot of people in here. We come here every day, have a brew, a cup of tea, cake, and I really enjoy life.
I read, and I had uncles, which were my mother's brothers, who took me to Oxford Street Library, Regent Road, every Saturday morning, and I had a pile of books. I didn't read fairy stories. I read science fiction at the time, history, about my own city, about my own country.
I'm all right. I like it here. You know, we get on with everybody and that, and you've got all the conveniences you want, and so life's not bad really.
Lifestyle's not really very good, really, because you never go out. I don't know where I am when I walk around here. It's a bit of a strange place to me.
Well, actually, I'm a pensioner now, so, but I still like going out, you know, for walks. And, I used to do a lot of drinking, but I've cut it down. And,
On a Monday, I do my cleaning. On a Tuesday, I go to Harperay and Condon Street. Wednesday, I go to Irish Club. Thursday, once a month, I go to Matthew and Mary's for lunch and linger, meeting people. On Friday, St James's, doing computer lessons.
We could go out and play, and you know, like nowadays you can't let kids play out. But then days we could go out, enjoy ourselves, play. We used to go all day long, come in when we had our meals and that. You know, and then I went to Sunday school.
Where I used to live facing the schoolyard, where you could go and play in the schoolyard. I've communicated with people living in the area.
it was rough. I was in a, well, partially in Norfolk. So I went to school, and I hadn't seen my mother for a long time. You know, she was very ill, you know, in the hospital. So, and my dad wasn't able because he was too fond of drink. So my granny had to look after me, you know. So it was pretty rough, you know, and so go from school, you know, these industrial schools, you know, being pushed from one, you know, it was hard, you know, and so but survived, you know.
Oh, hectic. I worked full time during the day, then I was a barmaid at night.
We used to play on the canal. We saw the boats, the seamen, the cotton being delivered, the wood being delivered, the raw tea and every material.
Very poor, we had nothing. And then when we were kids, we used to go out in the street and play ring of roses, skips, bobbers and skips and everything, and ropes, you know, and play ball and everything, but they don't do it today, the kids.
We all were. Everybody thought everybody lived like that. We was poor. lived in two up and two down terraced houses with cobbled streets, but you never thought any different. You thought everybody lived like that, yeah. Our sort of holiday was a day out to Bellevue or Heaton Park or something like that. Yeah.
We hardly had anything. I was born in a 17-room house. Mum and Dad were cobblers. They had their own shoe repairing shop here on Old Broughton. And my mum was 38 when she got married, 11 years. Anyway, the war was on. And my brother was born, and another brother was born, and then me. But the one at 4, he died when I was 2. After that, I don't know. I was just bearing the peril, here, there and everywhere.
Mad. I joined in. I like to join in everything. Like to do sport and visiting people, going to the cinema, going to entertainment.
I lost my husband in 2014 to cancer, which had a big impact on me as he was my carer. I miss him dearly still, but I was put in here and I've made a lot of friends with the residents in here.
Well, when I was young, even like aunties and grands lived near each other. We all lived in Higher Broughton. I had both my grands living that on a Sunday we could go and visit them. I'm one of 3 girls, and every Sunday we would go and visit both our grands because they lived in Higher Broughton as well, one down St James's Road. So Sunday would be spent visiting grandparents, and then aunties and got houses in the next street because everybody rented houses then. So probably very close-knit communities, and a lot of houses were pulled down and everybody's community got split up.
I had 2 daughters, but I lost one about 2 years ago. My youngest one, she was 61. She died with cancer. She was a nurse. But I've got another one, she's 71. And she lives in Whitefield, and she's got a boy and a girl, and they've got children, got great-grandchildren, and I see them, you know, and they come. And
I now have 7 grandchildren and 9 great-grandchildren, and not one of them have ever answered me back. And I don't say they're angels, but I love them to bits.
I have a daughter now. She's 28 now, and she's just made me a grandma 2 years ago, so I've got a new addition into my family.
I've only got my brother now. My mum and dad didn't have any more children because they said I was a problem child. I was always in trouble, which I was. I wasn't the genuine little quiet girl. I got into all sorts of trouble whenever I could.
Mixing up with people, friends with people, with, you know, going out with people and making up, going to parties and getting through. As I said, we're friendly with a lot of people, you know, with Bessie and Pat. And then Pat there, I work with Pat in the jail house. We've been friends about 50 odd years.
I like football, you know, and dance, you know, and I like a bit of pool, you know. But there are things that I would like to do, but I wasn't good enough for them, you know what I mean?
I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy company. I enjoy going out. But like I say, with my knees being as they are, it's difficult getting access to some places. Places I would like to go that I can't go, but I have to make do with what I've got. At least I can get about.
My granddaughter, she's now 28. She said, you know, Gran, you put your clogs. I said, I'm not going. I'm going to haunt you lot. Can I have your poetry? So I said, and your story. So I said, why? I said, to see how you tick. She said, I'd really love to know how you tick, because you've got some real fantastic stories to tell.
I enjoy a good game of bingo. I enjoy getting involved with trying to do things within this place. I try to get things going.
Music. I love music. I adore music. I can't live without music. And I've got a wide variety of music I like, from classical. I like tenor singers like Andre Bocelli, and up to some of the modern ones as well. Yeah, I just love music.
I enjoy going out with all the people from here and different places.
Knitting, being a nuisance, and going about. I have a friend of me twice a week.
Where I live in Pendleton, we've got a lot of drug abuse and drink abuse, and to hear people talking awful language and things. And don't get me wrong, I've worked in pubs, so I know what swearing is, but it's quite bad in Pendleton.
I don't like children that are unruly or have no respect for people. As long as the only thing I don't like, mainly, is rude people. I can't tolerate them and I won't tolerate them. And I try to educate the young ones into the error of the ways. I feel sorry for some children these days because they didn't have what we had.
I don't enjoy not being able to walk more than I could. I used to like doing long walks, but I'm limited now to how long I can walk. And it's just getting access to places and places that I used to go to that I can't go to.
I've got arthritis, I've got heart trouble, I've got thyroid trouble, but I'm here and life's good. I mean, I can moan, yeah, I'm a moaner, but life's good.
Getting on the wrong side of people, and people not taking me as I am, because I'm me.
I think sometimes life's difficult because I have a lot of ailments, things that I think are not important, just to get on with life and not complain.
We've got quite a lot of homeless people living there, just seem to drink or drugs all day, and it's heartbreaking. There's somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's daughter, and I just find it heartbreaking. I do go to church most days.
There's no getting together now, there's no community feel like we used to have. As soon as we got in from school in the olden days, it was out of our uniforms, into our play clothes, and we were out as groups, and we entertained ourselves. We made our own entertainment, where now, through technology, it's there, it's ready-made, but you don't have to do it with other people, and they're isolated, they're lonely.
I think getting older, you can't get about as quick, and you'd soon fall, and you're a bit as though you're drunk when you're walking, you know.
Mainly my mobility. I had a stroke. They told me I'd never walk again, but I am doing.
Fear, a lot of times. Like I say, of these people on Broadwalk, and they sort of accost you and have you got £1 and things and that. And even on the precinct, we're watching robberies going on, and I was on the precinct the other day, and a lad was pinching out of Bootses, and he's sort of walking around, and a friend of mine got her pension pinched in the post office, and you're sort of thinking, oh, we shouldn't have this kind of life, we shouldn't at all.
My arthritis, my hernia, and depression.
I enjoy life, I enjoy living, I enjoy people's company, but sometimes I think I'm underachievement because I feel as though I'm not on the same planet as other people.
To get to the doctor's when you want to see the doctor. To be treated as a human being, not a number, by society itself.
Not being able to get into access to places, but what I can do, I'll do. And it's difficult getting help sometimes. Places with like high steps and all that, I can't go to those places. and I used to love going everywhere. But I'm limited now to what I can do.
Nothing stops me. Every morning I get up, my achievement, I try and get my goal.
I suppose where we are at the present moment, Lombardy, there's not much going on, you know, because the shelter, the warden in charge, now she's left, and a lot of people don't come, you know, come into the community room, you know, so there's not really much going on, you know.
I don't think there's anything really you could get improved by it. Just keeping going out and trying, getting on as you can, you know, and that's it.
Also, I'd like a bit more neighbourly, if I could, and to get places where you can get information if you want your jobs doing in the house.
Nothing really. Quite happy.
I don't know, I'm quite happy with, I mean, I've got my illnesses, but I'm 70 now, so, and I make sure I get out every day. I make sure I get out and talk to people. I love talking to people, yeah.
Not really. Nothing could improve it. Just have to carry on the way I am.
I miss being able to go out on my own. I've always got to be in attendance for someone. And sometimes I'd just like to get on a bus without fear of falling, or the bus driver taking off before I've sat down. Everything's rush, rush, rush these days. There's no thought for other people.
I can't get to town because it overpowers me. I do go out in the spring. I get on the tram, and I go to Ashton, which is a very long way, and it's a long way on a tram. Or I might go to get the train, which it's 10 minutes. But it's getting from A to B to C and coming back.
What I miss? Oh, what? I certainly miss my husband from he died. I really missed him very much.
Being able to walk as much as I did, and even knitting now, because I've got arthritis, even knitting's difficult for me to do. But I do like doing art as well. I'm in an art class.
My husband. Yeah.
I miss comradeship. I miss chatting to people. I miss going to things I can afford.
Well, it's a silly thing to say, but I miss my mum, my dad, my sister, and most of all my husband. We had 40 odd years together, and that was taken away when I was 47 and he was only 59. But it's like, when I got married, I thought I was a baby. I didn't know anything about childhood or motherhood or anything like that, but I got through it and brought my children up and got on with life.
My mum, mainly. And my sister doesn't come down and see me, so I could joke her.
I miss my husband. I miss the lifestyle that I used to have. I mean, things progress, don't they? Things change. So it's a different time of life now. So you have to adapt yourself to what you've got.
I miss my sister that I lost when I came in here.
My husband. I've been married 56 years when he died. It's a long time. Yeah.
Well, the younger generation seem more concerned with their computers, you know, mobiles, laptops, you know, and everything. Well, nowadays, we like to be out. You know, I always loved to be out. I used to hate going home.
Well, they're not like we were. They've got all these computers and things, and that's all they're looking at all the time. They don't even talk to you. They just got their head in them computers, playing games and things, aren't they?
They're very rude. A lot of them are obscene, and they're very violent. And I think the violence comes from television. These games, we had watersheds, where now they're not happy unless they're watching films where they're blowing each other up or they're killing each other, and it is warping their minds.
The things that I used to do when I was a kid were frowned on. Kids don't go shopping as regards. I used to go errands for my mum. I used to go errands for the people in the street. I used to go bongy wood in it. I've also used to go on a train or a bus. I used to go to Ballinvalley. I used to go Bursley Woods. It was a far long place, but now everything's so compact. They can go here, there and everywhere in a day. A lot of kids are fantastic kids. A lot of kids got belting manners as well. They've got good manners. But some of them, the little heathens, if it was me, I'd be kicked in touch.
Well, I've always said I'd like to see the next generation, because it is bad that the kids outside on motorbikes can't sleep at night with motorbikes, and the kids on motorbikes from Harris Street, and they go right over the lights, screaming and shouting, and they get on the back of the motorbike, and oh, that's terrible.
That's very good, some of them, yeah. Yeah, and they're very helpful, especially to elderly people. They're very helpful to people.
Very materialistic. It's sad. It's sad. And I do worry that computers are taking over brains. They don't even reckon up in the head. We've always reckoned up in our head, and everything's found on computers. Don't open a book. I've not got a computer. I don't want one. I'd rather read a book, I say.
I think today the younger people don't have respect for the older people.
I want, I've got 22 grandchildren, and it's not what can I have, and they don't work for it. It's can I have, and they get it. And these people have tattoos on the back of the neck. They don't even know what never would see it, would they?
Me personally, the people that I know have been fine. There's just been no age limit on them. Everybody wants to help. I enjoy the company of the younger people as well.
Well, I think it should be a lot better. I think the parents of the young children should look after them more instead of out on the streets all hours of the night, because we hear them here.
I can only go off what we see in Salford, and I think we're a very deprived area, very deprived. I mean, we're one of the, I think it's about 16th in the country, most deprived areas, and we've had an awful lot of immigration coming in, and no money poured in to accommodate people, so it's a very overcrowded area. You don't go anywhere and it's quiet.
Generally, it's all these telephones. You see people on telephones all the time, and it's difficult to communicate with them. And money, it's all technology and all modern technology, isn't it? Different generation to what I was. I mean, I don't understand half of it. That's the problem.
Well, my family, really. Family and friends, yeah.
Well, important is my health, but as I say, I'm not too bad, just my legs. And I do a lot of reading and watch pictures, or DVDs,
What's quality to me is the getting more involved with church work.
That I'm still able to get about, still able to visit people. Just life in general. I'm limited to what I can do, obviously, but I try my best, and sometimes it doesn't always work. Sometimes it does work.
Well, it would be very important to me if I could go out and meet people, go shopping.
Important to me, people. If I was well enough, I'd love to win the lottery and open a care home, and I would make it so that people would have everything within that care home. There'd be entertainment, there'd be socialisation, there'd be meals, there'd be carers, there'd be social workers. They'd not have to worry about a thing.
I think that's difficult. Just peace and quiet and me music.